Shalom, shalom. Hey, man, man's going are of the Lord's, man. So how can you understand your own way? So basically, everything that you doing is already been predestined to happen, you know? Mm-hmm. Everything you doing is already the Lord's decision from the beginning. Mm-hmm. So if you're doing something and you think it's all on you, man, it's all the Lord, you know? Mm-hmm. It's all the Lord. So by you coming into the truth or you realizing something, that's what the Lord put on you, put on your spirit to know, you know? God. Most definitely, man. So my name is Yvonne. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. And I'm here with my brother to speak about who we are as a nation, you know?
I want to see those.
Oh, the fringes, man. Yeah. These are fringes, man. According to Numbers 15 and 38, man, we wear the fringes to remember the commandments. What they for. There's 613 commandments. So every fringe is just a symbolism of every commandment. Right? That's all it is, man. And it's fly too. You got different colors, different shirts. You can get fly with it, man. Different sizes. Whatever you want to do, man. It's fly, man. And it's the flavor, man. We like the salt of the earth, man. Anything we do, it take off. You know? We the salt of the earth, man. Most definitely. Most definitely, man. Matter of fact, let me get my Bible out. I want to get into some of the curses that pinpoints us to being the Israelites of the Bible, man. You know? I want to get to let's start at the basics, man. Deuteronomy 28 and start at verse 1, man, because we a holy people, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Let me get that. So Deuteronomy 7 and 6. It says,
let me see what that is, brother.
Oh, for sure. This is the Holy Bible, man. This is the Holy Bible, man. And this is not the white man's Bible, man. I just want to make that disclaimer now, man. The Bible condemns the white man. You know?
Talk about that.
Yeah, the Bible condemns the white man, man. Hey, there's a scripture in here that says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, man. I don't think the white man would put that in here, seeing what he done to us, seeing what he done to the Native Americans, you know? So let me get this, Deuteronomy 7 and 6. It says, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth, man. See, we above all people upon the face of the earth, man. We the chosen, you know, from the very beginning, man. From Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you know. Let me get this Deuteronomy 28. Get to the curses. This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments. So the commandments is which Moses gave to us when we came out of Egypt. That's the commandments he gave us, right? 613 laws. It says, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations, right? So that was part of the covenant. To keep the commandments, you'll be put on high above all nations in the earth, you know? Right? Verse 2 says, and all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. Right? Blessed shalt thou be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. So he's saying, man, no matter where you at, you in the city, you in the field, you got livestock, you having children or whatnot, your stock, man, you're going to be blessed, man. Everything you do, you're going to be blessed, you know? And it says, verse 7, the Lord shall cause thine enemies to rise up against thee, and smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways, man. So when your enemy come against you and you're keeping the commandments and you got the Lord on your heart and your spirit, man, your enemy is going to flee 7 ways. Your enemies can't stand against you, you know? So let me get what happens to you if you don't keep the commandments. Let me get what happens to you if you don't keep the commandments, man. This is Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not keep the commandments, and hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments, his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Man, so if you don't keep the commandments, if you don't keep the commandments of the Most High God, man, curses are going to come upon you and overtake you, man. And I think it's safe to say that us as black people, us as native people to this land, we're cursed right now. You know? We're cursed out here, man. First hire, or last hire, first fire. You know? We cursed out here. We either last hire, first fire, you know? Let me get let me see. Let me get something relevant to us right now, man. Oh yeah, verse 32. It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fell with longing for them all day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand, man. So it says, if you don't keep the commandments, man, and you follow these other nations, man, our sons and daughters are going to be given to another people. Hey, man, when we came off the slave ships, man, or when they came over here, them conquistadors came over here, and they was throwing our people in chains here and there. They separated the kids from the mothers. They killed the fathers, man, and the mothers were longing for their children all the day long, and they had no might in their hand, man. You know. It says, verse 37 says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Hey, we've been spread to four corners of the earth, man. You can go to anywhere in the planet and you're going to find a Negro, a so-called black man with woolly hair or whatnot, right? It says, we shall be an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword, man. So just like they call us blacks, that's a byword. That's a color. That's not a nationality, right? They call us black. They call us niggas. Man, all these things that they call us, man, it's all part of the curses, you know? With a move? No?
Oh, okay, you can. Whatever you want to do. Walk with it.
Walk with it. Your water? Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's go with it.
Con. Let me see. Verse 45. Verse 45 says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearken not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, right? It says, not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which I command thee. And it says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, man. So if you out here wondering, man, why we doing bad out here, right? Why we ain't living in the nice houses in Lafayette or Concord or whatever, right? Why we over here in the ghettos of Sassoon or in the ghettos of Fairfield or whatnot, right? The ghettos of Richmond and Oakland. Man, it's because we ain't keep the commandments, man. Why we last hired and first fired, man? You know, because we ain't keep the commandments, man. We got our oppressors living over us, you know? It shall be a sign for a wonder, man, upon all they see forever, man. Hey, this is the book of the prophets, man. This is the book of a heritage, man. This is not the white man's book, man. Let me get 68, man. Verse 68 says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, man. So when it says bring thee into Egypt again, it's not talking about physical Egypt, man, because the land over in Africa, that's really called Kemet. That's the name of that land. So Egypt is a Greek word, if I'm not mistaken. It means Egyptos. It means bondage, right? So what the Lord is saying, it's going to bring us into bondage again with ships, by the whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. We're not going to see our homeland again, right? Because we're scattered right now. We're not going to see our homeland. And it says, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, right? So who was our enemies? Who sold us, man? The so-called Jew who financed the slave ships. He don't want to put the money up for the wood for the slave ships. And the damn Caucasian British who put us on the ships and sold us at the auction blocks, right? And keep in mind that the fake Jews, they the ones who own the auction blocks, man. So don't let them fool you, man. It says, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So when it says no man shall buy you, it's not talking about no one's going to buy you as a slave. It's talking about no one shall redeem you out of slavery. Because in these times, you can be bought out of slavery, right? It's not going to happen no more. When you in slavery, that's it. When you in bondage in this captivity, once you in bondage here, you in bondage until the Most High brings us out. It says, 64 says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto another. And there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither thy fathers have known, even wood and stone, right? So we scattered to the four corners, man. And we serving gods that neither our fathers knew, wood and stone, right? So when you go to Brazil and you see that tall Caucasian looking Jesus over there, right? That's that idol, wood and stone that we never knew, because Christ was never a white man. He's a so-called black man or so-called Negro or whatnot, right? And when you in that Christian church and they got that wooden cross up, man, that's an idol, man. People don't understand that the Romans used to use a crucifix as an instrument of death, man. And you got people wearing crosses and crucifixes on their neck, man.
Yeah.
Not understanding they basically wearing a damn electric chair on their neck. You know what I mean? If you want to bring it to American times, you know. And Deuteronomy 29:9 says, therefore keep the words of this covenant and do them, that ye may prosper in all you do. So if you want to prosper and you want to do well and you want to get the blessings of the Lord of our Father, hey man, you got to keep the commandments, man. You got to keep the commandments, man. Right? I'm gonna get Deuteronomy 30:1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which we went over, right, in 28, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord has driven thee, right? So when you get to where the Lord has driven you to, those four corners, and man, you're gonna come to pass to remember these curses and blessings, and you're gonna remember the covenant. And it says, and shalt return unto the Lord thy God, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, and thy children and thine heart. Salakia. And thy children and thy Salakia. And I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all thy soul. So you're supposed to.
Hey, sorry.
No, go ahead.
What is that you keep saying? Shalakala?
Oh, Salakia. That means like excuse me or pardon me. So if somebody say Salakia, can you pass me that? Or somebody cut you off while you talking and say Salakia, brother. I got a precept for that or whatever, right? That's what it means. And then Khan means like agree. Like if a brother say Khan, like I agree, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna get 30:19, and it says, I call heaven and earth this day to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, man. So keeping the commandments or not keeping the commandments is life or death. And the Most High is calling the heaven and earth to record this day against you. Anybody who watching this video right now, right? It says that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that thou both and thy seed may live, that thou mayest love the Lord thy God, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, right? He is our strength, and the length of thy days, that thou dwell in the land of the Lord, that thou mayest dwell in the land which the Lord swear unto thy fathers, Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give thee. So that's our inheritance, man. To get back to our land is our inheritance, man. But you got to come back to the commandments, man. That's how we get back. You know, that's how you get back, man. And man, I want to speak about the brothers who were got kicked out of Israel.
I've been waiting on that.
Yeah. So, man, the brothers over there doing a good work, man. You know, the brothers over there doing a good work. They went over there in the 1960s, if I believe, under an elder. I think his name was Ben Israel. And they started off in Africa first, I think in Libya, and they ended up working their way up to Israel. And it's unfortunate, man, because in a sense, they are doing a good work going back to the Holy Land and building there, right? But at the same time, they kind of went there before the prophecy, because we're supposed to go there under the Lord's accord. So the Lord is supposed to place us in our land, right? Because we've been taken out of our land for breaking the commandments. So the Lord is supposed to bring us back to our land when we come back to him and when the time is set, right? Mm-hmm. So let me go to my notes, man. I was thinking about this the other day, man. Let me get Isaiah 2. Yeah, Isaiah 2. I'm gonna start a verse. Let's see. One moment. Isaiah 2 and 2. Yeah, Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2. And it says, it shall come to pass in the last days, right? That the mountains of the Lord, Salakia, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, right? So the Lord's house, the Lord's people are going to be set upon high. That's the mountain, right? And exalted to be above the hills. So to be exalted above the hills is being exalted among all the other nations. There we go. And all the nations shall flow into it. And many people shall go and say, come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and he will walk in his path, and we will walk in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nations shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Right? So basically what that's saying is that in the last days, when the Lord puts his people back in the Holy Land, hey, there's not going to be no more war, right? The people are going to come to us to learn about the commandments and learn about the Most High. And we're going to judge them according to the law, right? So the people over there who are claiming to be the Jews, they're starting war right now, right? And it's actually a blessing that our people are leaving there, because, hey, man, it's going to be all bad when those missiles start hitting Israel, because Iran is not going to play with the Jews, man. It's not going to happen. So like I said, they kind of overstepped the prophecy by going there ahead of time instead of waiting for the Lord to bring them there, right? So it's a blessing and a curse, because yeah, a lot of the people were born there, right?
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, you good. A lot of the people were born there. You know, that's all they know is living in Israel, right? So that's unfortunate. But the thing is, they got to do everything by prophecy, right? So it's a blessing and a curse that they got to leave, because war's about to jump off over there in Israel, you know?
Yeah.
Where we going? All right, yes. So like I said, it's a blessing and a curse, man. Like I said, some people have been living there their whole lives, right? But it's getting ready to have war in Israel, man. It's getting ready to be a lot of fighting and killing in Israel over that land, man, because the people who are in that land are not supposed to be there, man. They don't respect the Lord, man. You go over in Israel, they breaking all kind of commandments, man. They got this thing called Tel Aviv, I think it's called, one of the biggest gay pride parades in the world, man. In the Holy Land. That's blasphemy, you know? I think I got a precept about the time. Let's see. Thought I had it in here. It's cool. I don't even need it though. Yeah, man. But it's getting ready to be war over there, man, because they over there polluting the Holy Land, you know. And man, it's all praises, man. Because the sooner they get out of there, the sooner we get back, you know. The sooner we come back to the commandments, the sooner we understand who we are, and accept who we are, and start teaching our brothers and sisters who we are, man, we get to go back, man, because they can't stop us, you know. You know, if you keep the Shabbat, man, if you keep the Sabbath, don't buy or sell on the Sabbath, man, you can destroy the entire infrastructure of this place, right? Because we're the biggest consumers in this place. We buy the black dollar only stays, I think, in the black community for like 2 hours, if that. You know what I mean? So imagine if we kept our money here within our people. You know, we would be unstoppable. You know? That's one thing we got to get back to, man. We got to get back to the laws. We got to get back to understanding who we are. Because the sooner we understand, the better off we'll be. And the people who are in that land, check this out. Where that precept at, man? I think it's Luke 21. Let me see. Yeah, Luke 21 and 22. Let me get that. Where we at? Luke 21 and 22. Yeah, okay, here we go. Luke 21 and 22. For these be the days of vengeance.
Come over this.
Con.
No. I got you.
Got me? Luke 21 and 22. It says, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. Right? So all the things that we was talking about, right? All the curses, all the curses and all the blessings. 23. It says, woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be a great distress in the land and wrath upon the people. Right? So this is talking about, and this is Christ talking. So this is talking about specifically Christ's time, about when in 70 AD, when the Roman armies came and surrounded Jerusalem and Israel, and they fled out of there. They fled out of Jerusalem and they fled to Africa. But I want to get a point here. It says 24, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword. So our people are going to fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations. See, we just read that in Deuteronomy 28. Right? Led captive to the four corners. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. See, Jerusalem is occupied by the Gentiles right now. The non-Israelites, right? I'm not talking about the Gentiles who are Israelites that are keeping the custom of the heathen. I'm talking about the real life Gentiles in the flesh. It says, Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled, right? So Jerusalem is trodden down by the Gentiles, and there's nothing that we can do about it until the time is fulfilled, you know? That's why I said that it's a blessing and a curse for our people to go over there at such an early time ahead of the prophecies, you know? You're supposed to wait for the Lord before you move, you know? You're supposed to wait for the Lord before you make any type of decision to go back home, because right now we've been exiled from our home, you know? Con. Man. And it's a beautiful thing, man. The Bible is a beautiful thing, man. Let's see. Hey, no, I want to get the I want to get what Christ looked like in Revelations. Let's get that. Let's get an understanding of what the Lord looks like. Not the Most High God, but the Lord Christ. Let's see. Romans 1 and verse 13. It says, "And in the midst of 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about his paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool," right? So they gave you two things right there. They gave you the texture and the color, right? In the same aspect. White like wool, as white as snow, right? So his hair not only was woolly like this, right? Woolly hair or whatever, right? But it was also white, so he had like gray hair, right? It says, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, right? His eyes were as a flame as fire because he drank wine, right? And he had wrath in his eyes. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace, right? So if you got feet like brass, which is already brown, and you burn that in a furnace, man, what color is that, man? That's a dark brown, man. That's almost a black color, man. So basically, a copper color, right? So basically, what it's saying here is that Christ was a black man, man. Hey, what's going on, OG? What's going on, man? Hey, you know you're an Israelite according to the Bible?
What's that?
You know you're an Israelite according to the Bible?
Is that right?
That's right, bro. Hey, you know that us going on slave ships is part of the Bible? That's a prophecy?
Right.
Did you know that?
I'm listening to you.
Hey,
Let me quick. How you doing, folks? That's been a minute. Yeah. I ain't seen you in a while. Yeah, man.
and this is talking about the gifts and the curses that the Most High gave to the children of Israel when they came out of Egypt, right? So they got the covenant from Moses, and to keep that covenant, you got to do certain things. And when you keep the covenant, you get a blessing or a cursing, right? So I'm gonna give you the cursing because we not in blessing right now. So let me get the cursing, right? This is Deuteronomy 28 and 32, and it says, "Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand." Do you know when that happened? No, don't sound familiar? No? What about when the slave master took the children from the mother and sold them on auction? That sound familiar? That's what happened. It says, "Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people." Right? You see that? And it says, verse 37, and it says, "And thou shalt become an astonishment," right? So an astonishment is like, damn, look at these people. They're like, damn, what's wrong with them, right? And it says, "And a proverb and a byword." So a proverb and a byword is like when they call us niggas, right? Blacks, porch monkeys, coons. That's proverbs and bywords, right? Right? It says among all nations. So everybody calls us that, right? From the damn Chinese to the damn Hispanics. I mean, to white conquistadors, everybody, right? It says, "Whither the Lord shall lead thee." So no matter where we go, we can go to Japan right now, and they're going to do the same thing to us, right? So no matter where we go, the curse is on us, right? Verse 41, it says, "Thou shalt beget sons and daughters. Thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity," right? So just like we read before that, man, they taking our sons and our daughters and they throwing them into captivity, right? Right? Even now, if you do a crime, where you at? You in prison. You in captivity, right? Right? Even they putting us in prison for crimes that don't even have a victim, right? Giving people a lifetime for selling dope. People choose to buy dope, right? Dope. We don't sell dope. Dope sells itself, right? So 61. I got one more for you. 61. It says, "Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of the law, then will the Lord bring upon you until thou be destroyed," right? So we already know the AIDS epidemic was real big in the 80s, right? In the 90s in our community, right? So now they got COVID-19, and what they saying, it affects blacks more than everybody else, which is a lie, right? We know it's a lie, right? But this is part of the curses, right? And so for the final one, my brother, 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, right? So to come into Egypt again, it's not talking about the land Egypt, is talking about bondage, because Egypt is synonymous with bondage. So it says that it will bring us into bondage again with ships. Man, who came into bondage or slavery with ships? That's us, right? Right, that's us, right? So it says we shall see it no more. It says, by the whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies. Man, who were we sold to? Right? And the Lord called us, that's our enemy, right? Right? It says, you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So when it says no man shall buy you, in these times, you can be redeemed out of slavery, right? You can be bought out of slavery with gold or cattle or whatever, what have you, right? But in this captivity, you ain't getting out, man. You ain't getting out. Even to this day, man, we might not be in chains physically, but mentally, man, we in bondage, man. So I'm going to leave y'all with that, man. And I just want to let y'all know, man, y'all Hebrew Israelites, brothers, and we got to come back to the commandments, man. We got to come back to the Bible and come back to keeping the laws, man. So maybe we can get out of here, man, and be set upon high like we're supposed to be. You know? We the kings of the earth, man. Yeah, we the kings of the earth.
Just so y'all know, it's a phenomenon right now in Haiti that they got the lessest number ever of a COVID, and it's all people that look like us. Thank you. That'll let you know that they're a motherfucking lie.
Right, kind.
Y'all be cool, bro.
Yeah, shalom, man.
Hey, y'all see the
the fringe?
Yeah.
It's a commandment, man, to keep the fringes, man. Every fringe represents a law. There's 613 laws. A lot of the laws we ain't got to keep because we don't got livestock, right? But as far as like not eating pork, keeping the Shabbat, things like that, man, this represents keeping the laws, right? All right, man. Yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing, man, to speak to our people, man. Hey, that make me feel good, man. That put a smile on my face to talk to a elder, and he hearkened, he listening, and it got food for thought, man. And hopefully you throw the seed out there, right? And it grows into something bigger. You know, hopefully he'll go and it say, hey, to his young partner or something, you know, and it say, yo, I met somebody today. He told me this. He told me that, you know. And hopefully he can wake somebody up too. And hopefully the seed will continue to grow and grow, you know.
We was on another platform. I would ask them how they feel about Biden giving the Asian hate crime.
Yeah.
And they come over here and they see people that look like me that's been in the hate crime forever.
Right.
And there's nothing ever been said. I wonder how they feel about that walking on this land.
Right. They're going to be confounded, man. They're going to have nothing to say, man. These people don't know what's going on, man. They out here just to oppress us, man. That's the whole point, man. This is the great melting pot, you know.
It's always a blessing when you come and talk to your brothers. It's always a blessing.
Yep. And I'm just out here serving milk, man. There's no point in getting into the deep, dark breakdowns of the Bible. You know, it's all about waking people up to who they are first, right? And then once you get woken up to who you are, you got an understanding of that. You start keeping the laws or whatnot. Start keeping the feast days. Start keeping the Sabbath, right? Man, Khan, my name is Yvonne. I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and I believe the Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true people of the Bible, the true Israelites of the Bible, right? And man, I'm on Find This Self platform, man. You know, we're doing it real big out here, man. Trying to wake our people up.
Like that.
Hey, man, it takes a mighty spirit to walk around like this, though, man. And I'm not boasting or nothing, man, because the Most High is a spirit that I'm holding on to anyway, right? So, but man, to be in the truth, man, it's not for the faint of heart, man, because it's going to come a time where you're going to be prosecuted for this, right? And Christ said himself, for my sake, some of you will be cast into prison. The devil will cast you into prison. Hey, who's throwing people in prison, man? The goddamn Caucasian people throwing people in prison, man. The goddamn devil, man. You know? So this is not for the weak-hearted, man. You know what I mean? The people of the scriptures, the Israelites, they was almighty men. They didn't give a damn about what anybody thought about them, you know? So you really gotta be in it, man. You can't be lukewarm. You know, you gotta be real. You gotta stand in your square, as they say. But it's a beautiful thing, man, once you get into it and you get an understanding. And it's like I said.
How old were you when you was in light?
Man, I'm 32 now, so 27. And on that, when I first heard about it, I didn't study all the time, but I was constantly listening all the time, right? Yeah. So I was just soaking in the understanding, constantly listening all the time, trying to figure out, man, who am I, what's going on, what should I be doing? And then about 2 years after that, that's when I started to study and started to tell people about it, because you can't just tell people about things you're not sure about. You got to be sure, you know? You got to be 100% in it. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Fact check. You know, they can't wait to do that.
Right. What's going on, brothers? What's up, man? You know you're Hebrew Israelite?
Huh?
You know you're a Hebrew Israelite according to the Bible? You are?
Yes, brother.
You keep the commandments?
Yes, brother. I keep going on.
What you mean?
I keep the word on me.
The word? What's that? That's a crucifix, brother. You know what that is? That's the instrument of death. It's a crucifix. They use that in the Roman times to kill people. That's like having a electric chair on your chest.
Back in the Roman days, they were hanging.
They was hanging too.
They did a lot of hanging.
They did a hanging too. Yep.
What happened to God?
They hung him on a tree. Exactly. And then, right. And then when he was dead, they nailed him to a crucifix. And they even they killed Paul on a crucifix also. They put him on a crucifix upside down. Was that?
His name was Saul.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I'm an Israelite. Yep.
I believe what I am. I know a lot about it.
Oh, good. Good, brother.
Let me show y'all brothers how you can tell people really follow.
Yeah, the fringes, brother. Yeah. So the fringes is a representation. The fringes are what represent the commandments. So Numbers 15 and 38, right? Yeah. Numbers 15 and 38. Here, I'll get it for you. I'm gonna do it like that. Let me get you this, brother. Hold on. Numbers 15 and 38. It says, speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations. So throughout your generations, you're supposed to have fringes, right? From your sons, and on, right? Have fringes, right? It says that they put them upon the fringes border of blue, right? And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them, and that you seek not after your own heart. So don't seek after your own understanding, right? It says, and your own eyes, after which you go a-whoring, right? It says that you may remember and do all my commandments and be holy. So to be holy, right, you got to have your fringes on upon your God. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God, right? You feel me? So, right.
I'm a strong will to kill pride.
Right.
Try to do who you are.
Good. Con.
It takes one to stand up.
Yeah, con.
You know what I mean?
Hey, you got those words, con. Let them know what con.
Oh yeah, con means agreed. Like if a brother say con, I agree with you, right? So like you said, you claiming Judah, you understand you're an Israelite, con, man, I agree. I'm gonna let you brothers get up out of here, man. Right on, brother. Yeah.
I agree.
Hey, matter of fact, take that cross off, man.
Put this on you real quick.
Throw the cross in the water, King.
Hold on. It's all you,
Yeah,
man.
throw that in the water, King.
It's all you.
All praises, man. All praises. All praises, man. Yeah, all praises, man.
Love.
Yeah, all
Y'all
praises.
look out on YouTube. It's called Find Yourself, the platform. I got an African. I'm interviewing a dude that's
Con, brother.
trace his lineage.
Con, brother. Appreciate that.
I'm interviewing him next Sunday. See, he's the Hebrew Israelite. I got the African coming on here that's talking about that. He over. Yeah, exactly. But what it's called Find Yourself. So everybody's having a room to find out who they exactly really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stand when people say they black. It's not a nationality, brother.
It's a color.
It's not even nothing that's stand in law. That's why they can slap you, kneel on your neck, do any of that because you run around calling yourself black.
Right.
That ain't my nationality. I'm American Indian.
I can see it in you.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good one.
Man, that's a beautiful thing right there, man.
Man, I see you.
Whew.
Powerful, brother.
Man, that's a beautiful thing, man. All praises. All praises, man. Man, shoo. Man, that's beautiful, man. Hey, man, that made my day, man.
You ain't done, brother.
That made my day. Man, hey, talking to the young brothers is even better, man, because they the one that got the youth on their side, man. They got a long time to live and a long time to get it right.
All right, brother.
Cool, cool. All praises. All praises to the Most High, man. Out here again.
I really enjoyed the cross throwing in the water, man. That
Yeah,
was big,
that's
man.
big.
That was big.
That's
man.
big, man. Hey, all praise to the Most High, man. Through the Spirit. Yeah, that's big, man.
Hey, bro. I know you were. I was like,
Yeah. I was like, get that on camera. Hey, I tell you what, man. That's probably the first time that me personally have gotten somebody to throw that away, man. Because a lot of people hold on to that.
Yeah.
You know, my grandmama gave me this or whatnot. A lot of people hold on to that, man. So to see the brother say, man, to hell with this cross. I don't need it. Gone. You know? Gone. So that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing.
I'm gonna have to lock it. Right there.
How you guys doing?
All right, how y'all doing?
Good, good.
All right.
Can I ask y'all a question?
What's that?
What's your nationality?
Black.
Black? African American?
No, we black. We ain't no damn.
So answer me this. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stop y'all like that, but you ain't gotta be on camera. It's okay. Just answer me this. So you call yourself black, right?
Yeah.
But that's a color. That's not a nationality, right?
No, it's not a nationality, and I don't consider myself African American because on my birth certificate it says Negro. Technically, Negro.
Negro, right?
Yeah, I was born back in the '60s.
In the 60s?
Yes. So on my birth certificate, it don't say black. It don't say African American. It says Negro.
Right.
Mine's also.
So I don't know where everybody going with all this. You know what I mean? Yeah, we probably slaves came over from another ship.
Right. And that's in the Bible.
And I'm just curious to know if that was the case, why we don't know our history.
Well, I got it right here. I'm gonna show you exactly why.
I'm gonna stop you right here because I'm trying to walk. Number one. Number two, think about it. We've been robbed for everything. And when I say this, look at all these people come over here. They speak Spanish.
Right.
They speak Tagalog.
Mm-hmm.
They're Arabic. All of that. From what I was told, they robbed us of our language, which I was told it was that Swahili language.
The way you talk, sister, you talk like you was brought up like I was. So I want to ask you what tribe you from because I know I'm from Crete.
can't even remember. I can't remember.
So you know you are the real Indian that was over here. This is your land.
Exactly. My mom was Cherokee.
There we go.
My mom was Cherokee. That's what I can remember. I could just tell you that.
I could tell by your conversation.
Right.
Listen, y'all have a good
All right, you
Have a
too.
good
You too. So I was gonna bring this out. This is because she said it was all taken from us, right? So this is Psalms 83. It says, "For lo, thine enemies, right, make a tumult. They make a pact together, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel, right? Crafty counsel against thy hidden ones, against thy people." It says, "They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation." What we cut off from being a nation? Like she said, we were cut off, right? So we were cut off from being a nation. That the name of Israel shall be no more in remembrance, right? So it ain't in our. We don't remember who we are no more, right? She called herself black. She called herself African American. There was two women walking together, called themselves two different things, right?
Yeah.
That's confusion, right?
We already know black is already a misnomer.
Right?
It's not even, it's not
Right.
nationality.
It's confusion. It says, "For they have consulted together with one consent." That one consent was to destroy us. That one consent was to be above us. That one consent was to make us lower than them. Right? They are confederate against thee. Right? Who the Confederates? Right? The tabernacle of Edom. That's a so-called white man. Right? And the Ishmaelites. That's a so-called Arab, like she said. Right? The Moab. Right? That's a so-called Chinese. Right? And the Harganines and Gebal and Ammon, right? That's the Japanese, right? Amalek, that's a so-called white Jew, right? And the Philistines and the inhabitants of Tyre. So that's the so-called, that's the Africans, the Hamites, right? So they consulted against us to remove our heritage from remembrance, right? So that's why we destroyed, man. And she had a small, she had a very speck of understanding, but I didn't. Yeah, I didn't want to. I kind of seen that it was hard for her to walk. I didn't want her standing too much.
Yeah.
So out of respect, let her say her piece and she can be on her way.
I mean, you're not gonna get to everyone,
Of course not.
but you can drop seeds.
Right. Of course.
And,
Of course.
That's all that really matters.
Of course, man.
But finding self platform allows people to see exactly, different paths that people actually are taking as far as finding themselves.
Right.
And this brother that I'm talking to right now is no other than Joe, Hebrew Israelite himself.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a lot of understanding, and this platform is not about, oh, I don't do this, or I believe this, or I believe that. We're trying to let Joe let you guys know what it took for him to find himself.
Right.
And about him finding himself. And what the brother has to say, it actually really makes a lot of sense. So it's going to be a lot of people that's going to go back to the drawing board after they hear this brother talk.
Right. Right.
And do a little bit more homework to find out, what it's about.
Right.
But I'm going to get back to him, though.
Right. And I don't claim to know everything, man. I just come as a humble servant, man. And I try to learn as much as I can and retain as much as I can. But I try not to regurgitate, I try to soak in information and put it out in my own words, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to the scriptures, there's no private interpretation. So I have to learn under the elders, man. And I want to give a double honors to all the elders, man, and all the men before me who set the foundation for me to be where I'm at, for me to be able to have these scriptures on my hands right here. Because it's important, man. This is heritage right here, So I just want to give double honors to all the apostles, man, who made this happen, man. And I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. Or in other words, all praise to the Most High God through his son Yahweh Shai, or who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
Well, we all know that the letter J was one of the last letters of the alphabet that
Con.
actually came out.
Right.
So there, who is Jesus Christ? There's
Right.
no such thing as no Jesus, because
Right.
there was no J back then.
Exactly.
When that name was supposed to be existing.
Right, right. So it's all praise to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, man. So just want to say that, man. And I want to thank the brother, man, for bringing me on here, man. Finding self, man. You know, we all need to find self. We all need to find out where we come from, find out who your people are, find out your history, and you got to get in where you fit in, man. You know, not everybody is gonna have the spirit to walk this path, right? But whatever you do choose, make sure you do it in truth, man. Make sure you do it in truth, man. And I pray that the brothers come to the scripts. You know, with all due respect, I pray the brothers come to the scripts, but I understand not everybody's gonna get it, man. Not everybody's gonna be a part of that piece, that 144 or that 1/3, you know? So it is what it is, man. So all praises to Yahweh, man.
Once again, I'm digging.
Oh, the fringe. Yeah, man.
Digging it, bro.
Hey, you can get fly with the fringes, man. I got red fringes, white fringes, black fringes on. Man, you can do whatever you like, man. Match it with your shoes, your hats. Man, you can get fly, man. Get fly with the fringe, man. You know? This is heritage. This is culture, man. Even the Native Americans have fringes with borders of blue. So, you know, look that up. Look that up, man.
It's a lot of relations.
A lot of relations, man.
Yeah.
A lot of relations. So definitely when it comes to the natives, man, I strongly believe that we are the original people who are here, you know? I 100% agree with that, man. That's truth right there, man. That's truth. We went on ships both ways, the way I see it, man. We went on ships from here to Africa and then to Spain and over there, and we came from West Africa back. So,
Yeah, see,
you know.
a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that the slave trade, the last slave trade was the Chinese that was took to New Mexico. I mean, to Mexico City, by the way. And those are the ones that everybody want to call the Thayanos right now.
Oh, okay.
That's where they come from.
Okay.
They're not native to this land. They're Asian.
Right, right. I want to speak about that because the Spaniards, they came to the Philippines, right? And there's a people in the Philippines called the Negritos, right?